Okay, fine. So till now we have seen different packages, different tasks, different transformations in SSIS, right? So you may have seen the uh, two topics where we have seen some debugging techniques. If you remember that, we have seen the data viewer, right? Where how the data is flowing from source and destination, in between how the data is coming, we have seen, right? So that was one of the debugging technique where we can debug how the data is coming. If you found any issues, we can fix it immediately. So like this, we have seen this one. And one more thing which we have seen is transactions, right? So transactions, if you remember, we have created one package where if anything is goes wrong, then we're immediately making it as a rollback, right? So these are the few things where we can handle a package without failing or without making some issues. So today also we are going to see one more topic on the debugging technique itself. Okay. So what is our topic is breakpoints. Okay. So before to that, what it will be, how it will be useful. Let's see here. Um, Let me take again. So let's say I'm having one package which is in some for loop actually. Okay. Okay. In this is one data flow task DFT, and this is for loop. So I'm just loading these files actually. Once every file is loading into this using this for loop and sending it to my destination. That is my regular task actually. Sending the source file to destination using the for loop. Okay. But if you see this one, if you want to see the data, how data is coming from source to destination using the DFT, we can see some data viewer. If we can use some data viewer here, right? Means within the data flow task, we can apply some data viewer and we can see how the data is coming from source to destination. That is the one way. Okay. And what about the files? See, let's say in my for loop, I am sending one file path. If you remember that one, we have created one package, right? We have created one file path variable where we are passing this file path to this data flow task. Every time it will go and check text dot star we have given, right? Some currency or somewhere we have given where it will be loading all the files. But now I want to see in the first loop which file is coming and which data is coming first and which data is going next. In some scenarios, what happens is there will be some requirement like they have to be debugged. In the I'm loading some hundreds of files, but suddenly when I loading these files, one of the file was got failed, and I don't know what exactly which file was got failed, and error was not giving the clear picture. Then in that scenario, I have to be debug the I have to debug that situation. So how to identify which file is loading and at what time, at which place it was getting failed exactly. So in that case, I will use the here breakpoints. How to do that one, we'll see here right now. Okay. We'll take the existing package only. Uh, we have seen some containers. Yes. If you remember, we have covered all these topics in the container for loop, for each loop, sequence container, everything, right? Yes, here we have. So these are the containers we have discussed in the previous topics, right? Now what I will do is here I will apply my breakpoints, and I want to see how the for each loop is loading and every time which file is coming first, which file is next, and I want to see all those things. Okay, in the data flow, I can see the data here. Okay, here I can see the data viewer, I can enable this one so that which file is coming and which data is coming into the destination. Okay, I have applied here. Now how I can apply my breakpoints here. See, breakpoints can be applied at any level. Okay, let me show you how to apply the first. The first topic I will be taking here as the data flow task. Right click on this data flow task, edit breakpoints. It will be showing a one pop-up window like this, in which we will be having the regular stuff like at on which event you want to handle these breakpoints. Means before execution, after execution, on error, on warning. These are the very regular events where we used to give the breakpoints. Okay. Now I would like to cover before execution. I want to see on which file it's getting loaded into this data flow task. Okay. For that I have given the breakpoint here. Okay. I have just click OK. If you see this one, now it has marked as some red mark. Means here it is taken one break here. Means it won't pass until unless I will say uh, continue to the next step. Why? Because we have given some breakpoint here. So what it will do is when it comes to this task, it will be stopped here, and we can debug something at this point, and we can see what is exactly the data is, which file is coming, and how it is getting loaded. Okay, let's start this execution, and we'll easily understand how this is taking the break. So before to that, what exactly this for each loop, I will just like to refresh you once again. So in the for each loop, I am just looping all these things. So in this path, I am going and collecting all the currency star.txt. Okay, so let's go and see how many files are there in this path with the name currency star. Means it star, it indicates that currency 1, currency 2, currency 3. If there is anything like this, all this will be loaded into this destination. And we have taken one variable also here, path. Okay, and coming to the execute SQL task, what we have given, we have just given some wait for delay. I means once the first file is come, we are just waiting for 5 seconds actually. So after this, we are going to a second file like this to just identify the gap between the first file and second file. We have given wait for delay option here. Okay, and coming to the data flow task, it is on our regular only, just connecting the source file and loading into the destination. What is our destination here? So for loop table, this is our table here, destination table. This is what about we have done in the for each loop, and we are every time what we are doing, we are truncating for loop table here. Okay, so let's go and check it here first. Is it data available in this or not? Yes, we are having some data here, which is some 630 records we are having. So what it will do, the first it will truncate this all the records. That's what our package design was, right? So what we are doing, truncating, and again we are doing the fresh load every time. Okay, now we will see whether which file is coming first and how many records it's getting inserted. Okay, let's start execute this one. Start. It has started executing here. See, it is waiting at this point. Why? Because we have given some breakpoint here. Here it is waiting. So what it is waiting, how we have to pass this one. Before to that, we have to go to this debug, Windows and locals. Okay. So remember this one, path, debug, windows and locals. If you click this one, it will open one window here at the below to this. So here we are seeing these variables, right? If you expand this one, we can find all the information. Let me make it open here. So these are all the system variables. I mean, system defined variables we are seeing here. At what time is everything is started, everything has even here. So you here if you see user I means it is in the first loop. That's why it is giving the 0 here. And the next user path, yes. See, first file with what is taking in the it is going to this path and it's picking the first file currency1.txt, right? Let's see what are the files available in this first. In the training, in the sources, we have some currency1, currency2, currency3. We have three files. In that it has picked the first four, I mean first file. We have the 456 also. Okay. See this one, currency 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have around 6 files here. So in that it has picked the first file now, right? So now we are clear that which file is coming into the for each loop. Now just pass this one, continue. Means why? Because we have given the breakpoint here. It is waiting for us. Just say continue. So it is continued and went into the data flow task. Now you can see the data here, the first file data. So how it is coming, what is the first file data, all the stuff it is showing here. It is showing some 105 records are coming into the data flow, data viewer. Means this is how the data is coming into the first file. Okay, let's go and start here. So it's now truncated, it's very fresh now. Okay, some just if we say pass this one. So it was taken the first round here. The first 105 records are inserted, means first file is looped into the table. Now again it has came to first round is completed. Again it is waiting here. It is waiting for the second file. Just say continue and execute this one. 210 records means second file is loaded here. Okay. Again say something. Continue. So it is loaded the third file. Now it has loaded the fourth file here. 420. Okay. Just continue. Or still you want to see at this point you want to see which file is coming. Just go and check here. See, currency file is currently executing. So this is the file currently it's trying to load into the destination. So like this we can see the breakpoints. At any task we can apply this one. Okay. For this requirement I have applied the debugging here actually. So 525 records. So it has loaded I guess all the files. 630 records. Okay. See if you see this one, now all the files were executed. So we have seen which file is coming at what time and what is the order of the file and how the data is coming into the source and how it is getting loading into the destination. Okay. Like this we can apply the breakpoints actually. Okay. So I have applied a breakpoint here. So go to this one, just untick mark, click OK. And if you want to see here, we can apply the breakpoints here also. Here we can apply the same stuff. This window will be the same. Just as per our requirement, just apply the breakpoints here. Whichever task you want to apply the some breakpoints, you can directly apply that breakpoints and you can try to execute this one and we can see how the data is coming at what point, what are the things you want to monitor. All these things we can do. what exactly now it will doing is it will hold on that point here. I mean, it will take a break and it will show us the what are the variables, system defined variables, what are the paths, everything we can monitor. I mean, this is the one way of debugging where we can easily find if any issues are caught. Okay, so this is how we will be using the breakpoints. So that's all for this today, and this is about the breakpoints. So we will be continuing in the next class. We will be see how the package deployments and scheduling them. Okay, thank you.
Okay.